How did you structure the men's group? I mean, was there some kind of an admittance fee plus the cost of all the traveling? What was the structure like?
So the way it works is, and we just celebrated. We just been going for a little over a year now. We just had our first ever annual event last week, and we had over 500 people there. But so I've got almost 300 men in the program now. But so there's two programs. There's one that's more of a lower ticket. That's that one's $400 a month. And that one includes, calls and things like that, the annual event, and then the other one it's $1,500 a month. That one includes every 3 months we go on a trip together. We spend 3 nights. I mastermind the whole thing. So we'll have speakers come in. We'll have at the last one we walked on hot coals. At the one before that we jumped off this giant rope swing. At the one before that I had these military dudes come in and they waterboarded us and tortured us and just crazy shit like that.
You paid to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny because online, so many people are like, "This is insane. What is going on here?" And it's like we formed it so you could tap out as soon as you wanted. It's not like real waterboarding; you can't tap out.
Right?
So
yeah.
it's kind of a problem, And I'll be honest, I was like, okay, I'll just hold my breath, but they smack your gut right before. And have you ever been it's not like when you hold your breath and go underwater. It's like when you've been underwater and you're now out of breath. So you start horrifying. There. Yeah.
Is it true that it's non-lethal? That was what I was led to believe.
No,
it was non-lethal. That's why they allowed you to do it.
Yeah, but it can be.
You could die.
Yeah, and I asked my buddy. He was a commander in Iraq of over 1,000 troops, and I said, how many people break? He goes, they all break. It's just a matter of how long you go. And he said, it honestly just depends on the person. So some of the toughest guys in my group lasted 5 seconds. Some of the guys that you're like, oh, he's going to last 2 seconds, went for 90 seconds. But it just depends how you can take that form of torture. I literally lasted 8 seconds. It was brutal. It was, but it's all, there's lessons with all of it. And my whole theory with that part of the program is, people get so comfortable. It's like you have an ice bath out back. You got your sauna goes to 220 degrees. It's so easy to get comfortable in 2023.
Yep.
And so we do these things to get us uncomfortable. And when you can jump off a cliff, that's the most terrifying thing you've ever seen, 250 feet down, you're on a rope swing that your buddy's hooked up the day before. Once you push past that fear, all of a sudden making that tough call at work isn't so difficult, or having the tough conversation with your wife to get into integrity, or whatever that looks like, or breaking off that relationship that doesn't serve you and holds you back.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the whole premise of that. But so we do a lot of cool stuff like that. But honestly, the biggest part of my program is the connection piece, just the brotherhood. So
connection to the other members of the group.
Yeah. So I keep it in groups of 50. So there's group 1, 2, 3, and then I'm about to launch the 4th one. Because when you go more than 50, it's really hard to keep those friendships tight.
Yeah.
And so we do stuff with all of us together, but the whole premise is each guy in the group really has 50 best friends in the group. I mean, here's the coolest thing for me. We launched last December. So it's a 2.5-year program, but we had our renewals up after 1 year, and I had 48 of the 50 dudes renewed after a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this is an annual commitment and you had a 98% renewal. That's incredible, man.
Yeah. I mean, it works, dude. It's a phenomenal program. So we're growing like crazy. And got almost 300 members in it total.